Industrial Collaboration Program (ICP) is an initiative by the government to create economic value in return of a procurement program carried out using public fund. In a normal procurement, if the government intends to buy an asset, they will prepare the budget. Through a tendering process, the government will identify the supplier. The appointed supplier will supply goods and the government will pay. In creating more value for money on the payment made, ICP is developed to leverage on the procurement made. The aim is to support the development of targeted local industry through three pillars that are offset, economic enhancement program and counter trade. The approaches could be translated through activities of the projects in forms of smart collaborations, business partnership, contract works on high-value packages, use of local content, local company certification and local technology commercialization. ICP, formerly known as Counter Trade and Offset Program, started in 1987 when a Treasury Circular Letter number 11 was issued by the Malaysian government. The circular was used as a guideline to implement the Counter Trade program leveraging government procurements. From 2001 to 2002, a study on offset programs was conducted by the Economic Planning Unit, focusing on the national defence procurement. This study was to assess the success and impact of counter-trade and offset programs implemented by the Ministry of Defence. The outcome of the study recommended a setting up of an entity to centrally manage the counter-trade and offset activities. This is where the IDEA Technology Depository Agency establishment was mooted. As a result of the study, counter-trade policy in the Ministry of Defence was introduced in 2005. The policy was developed as a guideline for the counter-trade program implementation. Moving forward, the Economic Enhancement Program (EEP) was drafted in 2009. It is to enable local companies to understand the counter-trade and offset implementation in depth. Thus, they would be more competitive locally and globally. On 18 March 2011, a Treasury Directive letter was issued. This letter contains the directive that procurements with certain threshold must have offset as a mandatory requirement in all government procurements. With the Treasury Directive, the second revision of the policy was issued. In 2014, the Ministry of Finance reviewed the National Offset Policy. The revised policy was issued and published as Policy and Guidelines on Industrial Collaboration Program in Government Procurements. The term offset and counter-trade was changed to Industrial Collaboration Program (ICP). On 11 March 2015, Technology Depository Agency Berhad (TDA) was incorporated as the agency to operationalize the National ICP Management Framework. As the Malaysian ICP Authority, TDA monitors, analyzes and manages all ICP implementations in Malaysia. Up to 2016, TDA has developed 286 ICP projects from 64 industrial collaboration programs with 50 local and international OEMs. Currently, there are more than 100 ICP recipients registered with TDA, which mostly are small and medium enterprises (SMEs). By October 2016, TDA has registered projects which carry 68 billion ringgit of procurement value by 2020, and there's an amount of 17 billion ringgit economic value implemented. Currently, ICP in Malaysia is focusing at 4 industries: aviation, rail, automotive, and maritime. With interest in cybersecurity, energy security, food security, water security, climate change, healthcare, commodities, and urbanization.
Peluang yang telah diberikan oleh pihak TDA dengan skema kepada ITBN Kuala Perlis khususnya untuk bidang penyelenggaraan perdagangan ini sangat bermakna sebab peluang-peluang terbuka luas untuk para pelajar ITBN untuk menjalani latihan intensif selama hampir tahun di Kenya dan berpeluang untuk diserap masuk sebagai pekerja di Kenya itu sendirilah. Dengan adanya program ini, belia-belia yang lepasan SPM yang mengambil latihan kemahiran di ITBN Kuala Perlis dan pihak Kenya secara untungnya mendapat pilihan, dapat memilih pelajar yang terbaik untuk bersama dengan pihak Kenya.
It's a continuity of the railway development project under Batu Gajah complex, and whereby the area itself of Myra is about 12.63 acres, and he has started the operation since 2009. Myra involvement in ICP programs, we become the recipients of the ICP program itself, whereby we working closely with TDA, Technology Depository Agency, whereby we will be receive this particular courseware as well as the training, certification, as well as training equipments. So our role is more to become the recipient, and there will be a lot of beneficial that we can make use of these particular projects. We will talk about the benefits that specifically for Myra. Actually, is considered as the transfer of knowledge, and in terms of technology know-how being transferred from OEM, its original equipment manufacturing from abroad to Malaysia, whereby our people will be trained and then will be qualified as international, I would say, trainers, and we will make use of these kind of projects in order for us to develop more people in terms of rail industry, specific in terms of the operations, in terms of technical to our nation. And currently what Myra is being doing is that we're providing training to our KTM staff and also to those contractors that having projects with KTMB. However, with this project, ICP projects, Myra can go further, meaning that we will be able to provide trainings to the outsiders, and then we can also expand that particular role of Myra to become Asian Rail Centre of Excellence, meaning we are not only cater for Malaysian but we also cater for global.
Through MRT1 procurement by the government, the ICP program was leveraged to develop local companies in the area of rail industry. SMH Rail Consortium is one of Malaysia's leading railway engineering service providers. Since its incorporation in year 2000, SMH Rail has been providing locomotive maintenance, wheel sets and bearing reconditioning services to KTMB efficiently. Through Industrial Collaboration Program ICP, SMH Rail fosters strategic international partnership with Siemens to develop the first MRT train in Malaysia. This project has maximized the usage of the local content and enabled the participation of local SMEs in supplying the materials and components for the assembly of the MRT trains. The MRT project has created job opportunities for local skilled workforce, ranging from engineers, technicians to production assistants. The strict monitoring of the project by TDA has resulted in the success of the transfer of technology from Siemens to SMH Rail. This has further enhanced the capability of SMH Rail and supported the growth by building the confidence of the railway operators in Malaysia and abroad, particularly Africa, who have awarded SMH Rail new contracts to manufacture locomotives for their national railways. Through an ICP with Prasarana Malaysia Berhad, a local company, Bombardier Hartasuma Consortium BHC was given the opportunity for interior fit-out and installation of onboard security and communication systems for the new generation trains Bombardier Innovia Metro 300 for operation on the Kelana Jaya line in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The trains are designed, constructed and tested in Kingston, Canada and will be completed by BHC in Westport. The trains are being completed at Malaysian Rolling Stock Maintenance Facility in Westport Plant, a well-equipped production facility supporting installation works and testing of Bombardier Innovia Metro 300 trains, KLAV, and Midlife Refurbishment MLR. KLAV project emphasizes on localization of installation works. MLR project is the development of local workforce in the field of overhaul and refurbishment. Also through ICP initiatives, Harta Suma engineers were sent for a 3-month attachment at Kingston, Canada to design work on KLAV trains.
Harta Suma sent me training to Bombardier Transportation Centre of Competence in Kingston, Canada twice for 3 months and second time for 1 month and a half. I learned how to run project, process of production in production line, static testing and also dynamic testing on the track for the trains.
The Government of Malaysia, represented by Ministry of Defence and Pilatus Aircraft Limited, have signed the ICP agreement in April 2014. The 4 offset projects to be completed by Pilatus are Pilatus Proprietary Know-how Transfer, Human Capital Development Fund, Propeller MRO Capability Establishment, Technical Assistance in Field Service Engineering.
Before we set up this department, normally propeller for PC7 Mark 1 we send to outsource service center. Today, what is Aerod going to do is one step forward for us to be an overhaul center and service center for propeller PC7 Mark 2.
Aerod is a Malaysian aerospace company engaged in providing aircraft maintenance, repair and overhaul services (MRO). It was established in 1976 as the only in-country facility to support the Royal Malaysian Air Force RMAF aircraft.